081 Changes. The invasion of the magic spider sect, Bai Jingchong's spirit beast died. Subscri. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Because of the exaggerated training effect of the gunpowder impact skill, the mutant red-winged crow cubs fell into self-doubt. Looking at Bai Zian's eyes, there is also a little more awe. After all, the results of this training were so amazing that it was a little shocking. It seemed to understand a little why that big silly fish would listen to Bai Zian's words so much. Perhaps it should listen to Bai Zian's words and train according to Bai Zian's guidance, so that it can grow faster. The mutant red-winged crow cub was a little shaken. No, it wants to become the existence of the sun. How can it listen to the words of the Beastmaster? For a time, the mutant red-winged crow cub was struggling. You should have seen the effect of today's training. Just follow my guidance and train to ensure that you can grow up faster. However, today, just to give you a glimpse, I used the Bai family's secret training method to help you speed up the training effect. 5. This method can't be used for a long time, otherwise it will put a lot of burden on you. So, for the next coaching training, I will slow down a little bit and let you grow at a steady pace. Bai Zian naturally saw the hesitation of the mutant red-winged crow cub. In this regard, Bai Zian smiled lightly without explaining too much. Although the training results of the gun smoke impact skills were somewhat unexpected, however, this is not a bad thing for Bai Zian anyway. The mutant red-winged crow cub didn't know that Bai Zian could completely take the credit for himself, after all. The mutant red-winged crow cubs are somewhat naive and should be easy to deceive. In fact it is. After hearing Bai Zian's words, the mutant red-winged crow cub was immediately shocked. It turned out that Bai Zian was secretly helping it. No wonder its training progressed so quickly. Also, Bai Zian's Bai family's secret training method. Although it doesn't know what it is, it sounds like a sense of ignorance. For a time, Bai Zian's image gradually became mysterious in the eyes of the mutant red-winged crow cub. Okay, it's getting late. You all have a good rest and continue training tomorrow. Looking at the mutant red-winged crow cub that gradually changed, Bai Zian snickered in his heart, but on the surface he showed a calm appearance. After that, Bai Zian took the giant white-shaded fish and the mutated red-winged crow cub back to the mythical beast space, and then returned to the villa. Shaoan, Lord City Lord is back. Right in the study, Bai Xiao appeared in front of Bai Zian and reported to Bai Zian. After learning about the fusion of the two worlds, Bai Zian wanted to talk to Bai Jingchong. After all, this matter is too important. He must find a way to reveal it to Bai Jingchong. Therefore, Bai Zian asked Bai Ji and Bai Xiao to stare at the city lord's mansion. If Grandpa Bai Jingchong came back, he would report to him. I see. Bai Zian's eyes lit up, nodded slightly, and then walked directly to the study. Dong dong, there was a knock on the door. Bai Zian pushed in and saw Bai Jingchong sitting on the sofa. At this time, Bai Jingchong looked a little tired, and his breath seemed a little sluggish, as if he had gone through a big battle. Grandpa, are you okay? Bai Zian hurriedly came to Bai Jingchong's side and asked Bai Jingchong directly. It doesn't matter, just deal with some things. 35. Shaoan, you are here this time, but you want to ask about the earthquake during the day. Bai Jingchong forced a smile and asked Bai Zian. Several people have asked him about this kind of thing. It is estimated that Shaoan came here this time for this matter. No, you're not hurt, are you? Bai Zian shook his head slightly. He was more concerned about Bai Jingchong's situation than the earthquake in the daytime. At this time, Bai Jingchong seemed to be a little off. Whether it was his breath or spirit, his energy had decreased a lot. This makes Bai Zian, Batch, a little worried. Grandpa is fine, it's just a fight with the rats of the demon spider cult. Seeing Bai Zian caring about him, a touch of warmth appeared in Bai Jingchong's eyes. As for the specific process, Bai Jingchong didn't say much. However, Bai Zian was slightly taken aback after hearing Bai Jingchong's words. Demon spider cult. Bai Zian is no stranger to this word. In fact, as long as the inhabitants of the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests have heard of this religion, because this is an oblique religion. Because of the advent of the secret realm, the invasion of spirit beasts set off the beginning of the civilization of the Beastmaster. In this world-shattering change, human beings strive to survive, awaken their talent for Beastmasters, become Beastmasters, and open up a splendid Beastmaster civilization. However, there are also some cowardly beings who fear the powerful power of spirit beasts and regard them as gods. For this reason, in that chaotic era. One by one oblique religions that believed in spirit beasts began to appear, among them, the more famous ones are the Blood Snake Sect and the Ghost Spirit Sect. In addition, there are many large and small obliques. After all, various types of spirit beasts have some powerful existences. For this reason, these evil beliefs have become numerous. The demon spider sect mentioned by Bai Jingchong was one of them. It is said that the believers of these devil spider sect believe in a powerful devil spider. Moreover, most of the beasts used by their believers are related to spider spirit beasts. In this way, the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests has become extraordinary in the eyes of the believers of the demon spider sect. For this reason, a few decades ago, the demon spider cult launched an attack, wanting to completely capture the mysterious world of the 10,000 spider nests. It's a pity that their attack conspiracy has no effect at all, because the current Kyushu Federation is too powerful. As long as a strong person is dispatched, the conspiracy of the demon spider sect can be easily suppressed. After that, the demon spider cult was completely discouraged, lurking in the dark, becoming a mouse underground. However, because of the particularity of the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests to the demon spider cult, over the years, occasionally one or two followers of the demon spider sect appeared in the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests. Of course, as long as these underground rats are discovered, the beastmasters in the main cities will suppress them without hesitation. As a result, he did not expect that Bai Jingchong would actually meet a believer of the demon spider sect. Wait. Today's earthquake is because there is an unknown world that is heading towards the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests, and will soon merge with the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests. At this time, the members of the demon spider sect appeared, and this matter is probably not that simple. Are these two things connected? Perhaps, the demon spider cult has some conspiracy. This thing has to be guarded against. Of course, this was something that happened later, and Bai Zian didn't think too much about it for the time being. He is more concerned about Bai Jingchong's situation. However, Bai Jingchong didn't tell him, as if he felt that he was still young and did not want Bai Zian to know about some things. Bai Zian was a little speechless about this. Young appearance and age sometimes can bring him a lot of benefits, but sometimes it will bring him some troubles and limitations. In desperation, Bai Zian could only use the Eye of Apocalypse to check Bai Jingchong's situation. Character: Bai Jingchong. Talent: Water Spirit. A. Realm: Top Diamond. Beasts: red-eyed gold-patterned fish, top diamonds, phoenix crown cloud-winged cranes, intermediate diamonds. 5 beasts. What happened? Grandpa only has 5 beasts left. That when Bai Zian checked Bai Jingchong's situation, he was a little surprised, because under normal circumstances, a diamond-level beastmaster should be able to contract 6 beasts. The previous Bai Jingchong did indeed have 6 pet beasts, but this time, Bai Zian discovered that Bai Jingchong's pet animals had only become 5. Under normal circumstances, it is impossible for Bai Jingchong to unravel the contract of the royal beast. In other words, Bai Jingchong had a pet beast that died. Bai Jingchong couldn't kill his pet beast, therefore, the dead beast should have been killed in battle. Thinking about it again, what Bai Jingchong said just now about the members of the demon spider sect, in Bai Zian's heart, he immediately guessed the truth. If he guessed correctly, it should be the demon spider sect who made trouble, and Bai Jingchong led his troops to suppress it. However, in the course of the battle, what kind of insidious trick was used by the demon spider sect, causing one of Bai Jingchong's pet beasts to fall? If Bai Zian guessed correctly, this should be the truth of the matter. To this end, Bai Zian also used the Eye of Apocalypse to understand the truth of this matter. It was just as expected by Bai Zian. The demon spider sect attacked this time, and it really came prepared. And it also prepared a special poison to deal with the diamond-level beastmaster, and wanted to plot against Bai Jingchong. After all, as long as Bai Jingchong is dead, Bai Jingchong's pet animals will not be able to play such a big role. However, at the critical moment, a pet beast of Bai Jingchong helped Bai Jingchong block this move. For this reason, Bai Jingchong survived. As a price, Bai Jingchong's pet beast died directly. This incident made Bai Jingchong angry and broke out directly. Therefore, all the followers of the demon spider sect were slaughtered by Bai Jingchong. What's more, before they died, they were tortured unimaginably. For this reason, this is the current situation. I didn't expect that there would be such a development. 35. But in this way, Grandpa's contract with the beasts will vacate a place. It seems that Grandpa can contract that eagle-type spirit beast egg with amethyst-level qualification. 99. Bai Zian sighed in his heart. The development of this matter made Bai Zian somewhat unexpected, although I feel a little pity about the fall of my grandfather's pet beast, but for some reason, Bai Zian felt a little emotional. Before, Bai Zian had been thinking about how to help Bai Jingchong, solve his problems and let him go further. To this end, Bai Zian came up with two methods. One is to ask Bai Jingchong to give up his original pet beast, contracting an eagle-type spirit beast egg with amethyst-level qualification. The second is to treat the injury of the red-eyed goldfish. Originally, Bai Zian felt that Bai Jingchong would not choose the first method, because Bai Jingchong attaches great importance to beasts. He will definitely not choose the most heartless method. Therefore, Bai Zian tried his best to find an amethyst-grade material that could treat the red-eyed golden fish, and was ready to complete the second method. As a result, he did not expect that Bai Zian had not found the amethyst-grade material that could solve the injury of the red-eyed golden fish. On Bai Jingchong's side, such a change occurred, and there was even a vacancy for a contracted beast. It seems that he may not need so much trouble and can help Bai Jingchong solve the problem in a simpler way. For this reason, Bai Zian was so emotional. Thinking of this, Bai Zian has already made up his mind and looked at Bai Jingchong again. 082. Bai Jingchong contracted amethyst-level spirit beast eggs, revealing the secret of world fusion. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Grandpa, my intuition tells me that something must have happened to you, and it is also related to spirit beasts. Bai Zian looked at Bai Jingchong and said a word slowly. Although he already knew that Bai Jingchong had a pet beast killed in battle, however, he couldn't explain at all how he knew about this matter. He could only guide Bai Jingchong to tell this matter. Then, he can facilitate the next operation. In this regard, after hearing Bai Zian's words, Bai Jingchong's face froze. After a while, Bai Jingchong exhaled a turbid breath, and his expression became a little uncomfortable. Unexpectedly, your intuition can even know this kind of thing. Grandpa did have a beast that died in battle, Bai Jingchong said slowly, talking about this matter. After all, Bai Zian had already guessed it, and he didn't hide it from Bai Zian. To tell the truth, although he looked very calm, there was no sadness color. However, this is only because he is the lord of a city. He cannot be in front of his command, and he cannot perform badly. Otherwise, his every move will be reflected on the military heart of Balan City. However, that was his old buddy, who accompanied him to fight for many years, and he didn't feel any sadness in his heart, which was impossible. This is also the reason why Bai Jingchong, in such a busy time, took the time to return to the city lord's mansion, because he didn't want his subordinates and hidden enemies to see his grief. In this regard, Bai Zian hurriedly expressed his comfort, hoping that Bai Jingchong would not be too sad. After a while, Bai Jingchong regained his mood. At this time, Bai Zian finally got down to business. Grandpa, you have now vacated an imperial beast seat, and you also need to recontract a new beast. What beast are you planning to contract? Bai Zian asked Bai Jingchong directly, wanting to know what Bai Jingchong thought. A new beast? Grandpa should find a top-level gold, or step into a diamond-level spirit beast and contract it directly. 35. Bai Jingchong pondered a little and said his thoughts. Beastmasters contract pet beasts. Not all of them have to start contracts with spirit beast cubs and spirit beast eggs. Under normal circumstances, as long as the level of the spirit beast does not exceed the level of the beastmaster, it can be contracted. The reason why the rookie beastmaster contracted spirit beast cubs and spirit beast eggs was because their strength was too low. You can only start from scratch, contract spirit beast cubs and spirit beast eggs that have no resistance. However, as a top diamond level beastmaster, Bai Jingchong can contract gold-level spirit beasts, or even diamond-level spirit beasts. On the other hand, cultivating spirit beast cubs is too time-consuming, and even if they were cultivated, they would be at the gold level or diamond level at most. In this way, it is better to directly contract with the spiritual beasts that have grown up. This is Bai Jingchong's idea. Grandpa, if there is a spirit beast cub with extremely high growth potential, even surpassing the diamond level, would you choose a contract? Bai Zian said a word again and asked Bai Jingchong. Beyond the diamond level? Is it the amethyst level? It goes without saying that who would refuse to contract a spirit beast cub with amethyst level qualification. It's a pity, In this mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests, it is too difficult to find spirit beast cubs with amethyst-level qualifications. Hearing Bai Zian's words, Bai Jingchong smiled helplessly. This multiple-choice question, how should I choose, do I need to say more? Not wanting to waste time, raising spirit beast cubs is one thing, however, the cubs of spirit beasts with amethyst-level qualifications are another matter. If there is such an opportunity, Bai Jingchong will not miss it. It's a pity that spirit beast cubs with amethyst-level qualifications are too hard to find. To be honest, it is not that Bai Jingchong never had such an idea. However, over the years, Bai Jingchong has never discovered a spirit beast cub with amethyst-level qualification. After a long time, Bai Jingchong also gave up the idea. Not necessarily, I haven't tried it, and who knows. Bai Zian smiled indifferently, and then revealed a smile. Afterwards, Bai Zian directly took out a spirit beast egg the size of a basketball. This spirit beast egg seems familiar. I remembered. Isn't this the spirit beast egg you bought in Scarlet Wing City? Why did you take it out? Wait. Xiaowen, wouldn't you say that the aptitude of this spirit beast egg is amethyst? Looking at the spirit beast eggs Bai Zian took out, Bai Jingchong was a little puzzled. Bai Zian was in Scarlet Wing City. When he bought this spirit beast egg, he was beside him, so he didn't forget it. However, Bai Zian suddenly took out this spirit beast egg. What is this for? Suddenly, Bai Jingchong's light flashed. Thinking of Bai Zian's words just now, a conjecture appeared in his mind. Could this spirit beast egg be an amethyst-level spirit beast egg, right? Thinking of this, Bai Jingchong's breathing suddenly became a little short. Bai Jingchong looked at Bai Zian with bright eyes, and wanted to get the answer he wanted from Bai Zian immediately. Grandpa is right, this is a spirit beast egg with amethyst-level qualifications. It's my gut that tells me things. Otherwise, I would never have bought this spirit beast egg. Bai Zian nodded slightly and gave Bai Jingchong an affirmative answer. This time, Bai Jingchong couldn't sit still. He did not expect that the amethyst-level aptitude spirit beast he had been thinking about for so many years now appeared in front of him. This sudden realization of the dream made Bai Jingchong very excited. If he contracted this spirit beast egg and cultivated it, he might be able to step into the amethyst level, amethyst grade. This is his long-cherished wish. As long as he is promoted to amethyst grade, he can complete his dream and return to the source world, and such an opportunity is now in front of him. As long as he contracts this spirit beast egg and cultivates it, his dream can come true. This made Bai Jingchong feel like he was dreaming. Thinking of this, Bai Jingchong hugged the spirit beast egg tightly, unwilling to let go for a long time. However, after a while, Bai Jingchong chose to let go and took the spirit beast egg in front of Bai Zian. This made Bai Zian a little puzzled. What is Grandpa doing? Didn't he want to contract the spirit beast eggs? How did he push the spirit beast eggs back? Xiaowen, keep this spirit beast egg. When you step into the bronze level, contract this spirit beast egg. Bai Jingchong opened his mouth slowly and said a word. As soon as these words came out, Bai Zian immediately understood Bai Jingchong's thoughts. Although Bai Jingchong also wanted to contract this spirit beast egg, however, Bai Jingchong hopes that Bai Zian will contract this spirit beast egg. Without him, spirit beast eggs with amethyst-level qualifications are too precious. If Bai Zian could contract this spirit beast egg, he might have a better chance to step into the amethyst rank and become an amethyst rank beast master. To put it bluntly, in Bai Jingchong's heart, Bai Zian's future is much more important than his wishes. Therefore, he would rather give up his chance to return to the source world, hoping that Bai Zian will become stronger and can step into the amethyst grade. This is Bai Jingchong's idea. For this reason, after some struggles, he still chose to give up his dream. Bai Zian was moved by this. To be honest, Bai Zian has considered many situations in order to improve Bai Jingchong's strength. 0 for flowers. However, Bai Zian did not expect that Bai Jingchong was also thinking about him. In this regard, Bai Zian's heart is warm. Grandpa, don't worry, I will consider it for myself. 35. Let's not say anything else. My giant white shadow fish and red-winged crow cubs are all existences with qualifications beyond the diamond level. Amethyst grade is not difficult for me. In order to reassure Bai Jingchong, Bai Zian revealed some secrets. When it comes to the growth potential of pet beasts, it is estimated that there is no spiritual beast that can compare to Bai Zian's pet beast, therefore, Bai Zian is not worried about the amethyst grade. Of course, Bai Zian didn't go into too much detail. After all, the qualification beyond the diamond level is not only the amethyst level, but also the higher king level, and even the epic level. Really? Xiaowen. Hearing Bai Zian's words, Bai Jingchong was shocked again. Although he could see that the white shadow giant fish and the red-winged crow cubs have good potential, however, he doesn't have the eye of apocalypse, so he can't see the specific situation. At most, he thinks that they can grow to a good height. As a result, I didn't expect that Bai Zian would say such words. This shocked Bai Jingchong a little, but having said that, although Bai Jingchong felt that Bai Zian would not deceive him on this matter, however, Bai Jingchong still didn't believe it and hurriedly asked Bai Zian. Really, so this spirit beast egg, you should make a contract. In this regard, Bai Zian nodded and gave Bai Jingchong an affirmative answer. At this time, Bai Jingchong was completely relieved. As long as Bai Zian can grow to the amethyst level, beyond his strength, then he can rest assured. In this way, he can safely accept this spirit beast egg with amethyst grade qualification. It was not until this time that Bai Jingchong accepted the spirit beast egg. However, in order to prevent accidents, Bai Zian asked Bai Jingchong to make a contract immediately. In this regard, Bai Jingchong did not refuse, and only then began to contract this spirit beast egg. After some operations, Bai Jingchong successfully contracted this amethyst-level qualification spirit beast egg. In this way, Grandpa's matter is finally resolved. After seeing Bai Jingchong's successful contract, Bai Zian breathed a sigh of relief. In this way, Bai Jingchong's matter has finally been resolved. Bai Zian can also breathe a sigh of relief without worrying too much. After thinking about this, Bai Zian put down this matter and prepared to leave the study and return to his room. However, just as he was about to leave the study, Bai Zian had a flash of light and thought of another thing. He came to look for Bai Jingchong this time, but to remind Bai Jingchong about the fusion of the two worlds. Just because Bai Jingchong's beast died in battle and needed to contract a new beast, Bai Zian gradually forgot the purpose of coming here. Until now, Bai Zian finally remembered this. After thinking about this, Bai Zian turned back and chatted with Bai Jingchong again. Still the same as before, Bai Zian rammed and talked about today's earthquake. After Bai Jingchong talked about this topic, Bai Zian finally stated his purpose. Grandpa, when there was an earthquake today, I suddenly got a strange precognitive picture. In the picture, two worlds are slowly colliding together. Who is Bai Zian? He is a man with S-level talent, super intuition. For Bai Zian, this is an all-purpose reason. Therefore, Bai Zian still uses this excuse to reveal the fusion of the two worlds. In this regard, after hearing Bai Zian's words, Bai Jingchong's face turned pale. 083 The mutant red-winged crow cub who completely surrendered. The purple skill is out of the sky. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiaowen, is what you said true? Hearing Bai Zian's words, Bai Jingchong's expression changed greatly. Today, they just discovered that the space barriers in the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests seem to fluctuate. After that, they were attacked by the demon arachnid cultists. As for the reason for the vibration of the space barrier, it is still unclear. He didn't expect that he would hear such shocking news from Bai Zian's mouth. To be honest, if an ordinary person, Bai Jingchong, would not believe it. The problem was that Bai Zian's talent for fighting beasts was originally related to intuition. In other words, Bai Zian's words have a lot of credibility. However, if the two worlds collided, it would be troublesome. A little carelessness can lead to the destruction of the world. Because of this reason, Bai Jingchong was so shocked. Really, that was the picture I predicted, and the two worlds collided. Bai Zian nodded slightly, not concealing this matter. Grandpa, are you going to report this matter? Bai Zian's words changed and he talked about another matter. In response, Bai Jingchong nodded slightly. If this matter is true, he will naturally report it to the Kyushu Federation. Without him, this matter is too important, even related to the entire 10,000 spider nest secret world. May 27th, Bai Jingchong naturally has to report the life and death of all residents. Grandpa, if you report it, don't say I found it, just say you found it. Bai Zian spoke quickly, finally stating his purpose. This thing is too important. If it was known to others, Bai Jingchong knew about it because of Bai Zian, and it is estimated that there would be a lot of trouble. This is not what Bai Zian wants to see. At least, he doesn't want to be too high profile until his strength has grown up. Without him, it would be bad if Bai Zian was targeted by some conspirators because of this incident. Even more, this matter may be related to the demon spider cult. Therefore, Bai Zian doesn't want to be high profile anymore. Bai Jingchong was stunned for a moment, and then agreed to his request. I see, don't worry. 39. Bai Zian nodded, obviously guessing what Bai Zian was thinking. For this matter, Bai Jingchong did not refuse, because he also knows what's going on here. Bai Zian knows how to keep a low profile, but he is not too public, and he knows how to protect himself. Bai Jingchong is still very happy. Afterwards, Bai Jingchong was in a hurry and left the city lord's mansion directly, heading for the office center. Next, he plans to investigate this matter carefully. This is inevitable. This matter is too important. He can't just hear Bai Zian's words and report it directly to the Kyushu Federation. Before that, Bai Jingchong needed to investigate and make sure that the two worlds merged before reporting the matter. It is foreseeable that Bai Jingchong will be very busy in the next period of time. As for Bai Zian, seeing Bai Jingchong leaving in a hurry, Bai Zian was also a little helpless. I haven't finished speaking yet. Why are you in such a hurry? Bai Zian said helplessly. Originally, he planned to have a good chat with Bai Jingchong about this. You know, after knowing this, Bai Zian made some plans. If it is used properly, it may bring a lot of harvest to the Bai family. However, after Bai Jingchong heard about the collision between the two worlds, he couldn't sit still, and hurriedly went out to investigate. In this regard, Bai Zian is also helpless. It seems that we can only wait for the next time, and then talk to Bai Jingchong slowly. By the way, I forgot to mention the matter of my suspension. Bai Zian had a flash of light and seemed to remember something. He also plans to take a break from school. It didn't occur to him that Bai Jingchong was so anxious that he didn't have a chance to say this. It seems that this matter can only be postponed. Bai Zian was a little helpless about this, so he could only put aside this matter temporarily and return to his room to rest. For the next 2 days, Bai Jingchong did not return to the city lord's mansion. Obviously, the investigation into the fusion of the two worlds is not over yet. Therefore, Bai Zian can only continue to train the white shadow giant fish and mutant red-winged crow cubs according to the previous plan. Boss, which skill should I practice next? The mutant red-winged crow cub flew directly in front of Bai Zian and looked at Bai Zian with reverence. After 2 days of guidance and training, the mutant red-winged crow cub was completely convinced by Bai Zian, because it found that as long as it trained according to Bai Zian's guidance, its strength could grow rapidly. It's not a one-time thing, it's a result every time. During the 2 days, Bai Zian's guidance has never been wrong. As long as Bai Zian takes a look, he can see through its shortcomings in an instant. For this reason, the mutant red-winged crow cubs became more and more in awe of Bai Zian. So, this is the scene in front of me. The only thing that makes the mutant red-winged crow cub feel a pity is that it has no way to obtain the king-level crystal core. Yes, for the previous bet, it chose to throw in the towel, because it cannot be denied that Bai Zian's guidance is ineffective. If even Bai Zian's guidance was ineffective, then there would be no beastmaster who could teach spirit beasts in the entire world. The most important point is that it is worried that it will speak against its conscience and say that after it wins, it will no longer be able to guide Bai Zian. This is something that the mutant red-winged crow cub cannot bear. As long as he is guided by Bai Zian and feels the feeling of rapid improvement in strength, he can't stand the slow improvement in the past. This is the most fundamental reason. Therefore, even if the mutant red-winged crow cub loses the king-level crystal core, it has to admit Bai Zian's victory. In response, Bai Zian just smiled indifferently and didn't say much, because such a result was foreseeable long before it started. On this point, the white shadow giant scale fish is the best proof. Think of how arrogant the white shadow giant scale fish was when it was still a white scale fish, but in front of Bai Zian, the white shadow giant scale fish has completely become Bai Zian's shape. Therefore, it is normal for mutant red-winged crow cubs to have such a reaction. As for the incomplete king-level crystal nucleus, Scarlet-winged crow, looking at your very good performance during this period of time, I think I will give you that king-level crystal core. 39. But before that, I need to prepare some auxiliary material so that you can better absorb the energy of this king-level crystal nucleus. Bai Zian smiled lightly and said a word. As soon as these words came out, the mutant red-winged crow cub was stunned, because it did not expect that Bai Zian would be willing to give this crystal nucleus to it. Obviously, the previous bet has been completely lost. And the opportunity to obtain the king-level crystal core has been lost. The result was unexpected. Bai Zian was so generous that he gave it to him directly. This made the mutant red-winged crow very moved. It felt that in the future, he must listen to Bai Zian's words carefully and not collide with Bai Zian. Such a conscientious beastmaster is really rare. 0. Thinking of this, the mutated red-winged crow cub was so moved that it plunged into Bai Zian's arms. It can be said that if it was the previous mutant red-winged crow cub, he would only be physically and unconvinced about the contract Bai Zian. So now, the mutant red-winged crow cub completely recognized Bai Zian and was convinced of Bai Zian. This is the change of the mutant red-winged crow cub. In response, in the pool not far away, the white-shadowed giant scale fish who was training his skills looked at the mutant red-winged crow cub with concern as if he was looking at mental retardation. This little crow is like a fool. Among the beasts of the boss contract, the mutant red-winged crow cubs are of the fire element, and that king-level crystal nucleus is the fire-type spirit beast crystal nucleus. To put it bluntly, Bai Zian has no other choice besides giving the mutant red-winged crow cubs. In the end, I didn't expect that the little crow was so foolish, with the appearance of being lame by Bai Zian's tricks. In fact it is, from the beginning, it seemed that the incomplete king-level crystal core was prepared by Bai Zian for his fire-type pet beast. This was something that Bai Zian had planned when he was in Candlelight City. This time, Bai Zian took it out and just used it casually to motivate the mutant red-winged crow cub. The results did not expect. The effect is surprisingly good. It can only be said that the mutant red-winged crow cub is really stupid. It seems that he will have to keep an eye on it in the future, lest the mutant red-winged crow cubs be fooled by others. That's what Bai Zian thinks. As for the preparation that Bai Zian said, it was to better prepare for learning the core skills. Bai Zian has not forgotten that in this incomplete king-level crystal core, there is a purple skill called Fire in the Sky. The fire-type purple skills are very powerful. If the mutant red-winged crow cubs can learn this skill, they will definitely become stronger. However, it is not easy to absorb this skill. Therefore, Bai Zian plans to use some materials to increase the success rate of absorbing skills, so that the mutant red-winged crow cubs have a higher probability of absorbing this purple skill. This is Bai Zian's plan. Of course, Bai Zian had already thought about this matter, and asked Bai Ji to collect the required materials early. Improving the success rate of absorbing crystal core skills is not a special thing in 2.9, and the required materials are not particularly advanced. It is not difficult to collect. Therefore, Angelica has already collected the materials that Bai Zian needs. For this reason, after talking to the mutant red-winged crow cub about it, Bai Zian started to make it. Soon, a bowl of pale blue medicinal liquid appeared in front of Bai Zian. Afterwards, Bai Zian put the king-level crystal nucleus into the medicinal liquid, and let it absorb the medicinal power in the medicinal liquid. Bai Zian only took out the king-level crystal nucleus when the light blue medicinal liquid completely turned into clear water. At this time, the king-level crystal nucleus seems to have some changes, becoming more crystal clear. In this case, the probability of spirit beasts absorbing crystal core skills will also increase a lot. After thinking about this, Bai Zian gave this king-level crystal nucleus directly to the mutant red-winged crow cub. In response, the mutant red-winged crow cub was so excited that it opened its mouth and directly swallowed the king-level crystal core, and began to digest it. Bai Zian waited quietly for the absorption of the mutant red-winged crow cubs. Time flies, and an hour goes by in a blink of an eye. When the mutant red-winged crow woke up again, it became very excited and danced at Bai Zian, as if telling something. In this regard, Bai Zian's eyes lit up. 084 Goodbye Qiaogubai, the challenge from Feng Qianyu. Subscribe. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at the reaction of the mutant red-winged crow cubs, could it be that they successfully absorbed the purple skill Fire from the Sky? However, Bai Zian was not sure whether the mutant red-winged crow cub was successful. Therefore, Bai Zian directly used the Eye of Apocalypse to check the situation of the mutant red-winged crow cubs. Race, mutation, red-winged crow, fire, boundary, 7th level of not entering the stream. Talent, the sun is like fire, SS, the body of the fire spirit, S. Qualification, high-grade diamond. Origin damaged, skills, flame of the sun, orange introduction, body of fire spirit, purple. Introduction, flame charge, purple introduction, gun smoke impact, blue xiaocheng, residual red burning fire, Blue Xiaocheng, Outer Fire, Purple, Dot, Introduction. The mutant fire-type spirit beasts give up other attributes, leaving only pure fire-type attributes, so they are favored by the sun's fire, and their growth height is extremely high, but because of the special nature of the sun's fire, it needs a lot of fire-type energy, causing damage to the source. If it can make up for the source of the loss, it may grow to an epic level. It worked. Seeing the flames appearing on the skill bar, Bai Zi was instantly overjoyed. It seems that his preparation is worth it. The mutant red-winged crow has really absorbed this purple skill. In this way, the mutant red-winged crow cub has 3 purple skills. To be honest, the skill bar of the mutant red-winged crow cub is too rich. 1 orange skill, 3 purple skills, plus blue skills and so on. With such a rich skill bar, even a diamond-level spirit beast cannot imagine how talented the mutant red-winged crow cub is. In this regard, even the white shadow giant scale fish is somewhat inferior. Of course, this does not mean that the white shadow giant scale fish is weaker than the mutant red-winged crow cub. The difference between the 10 skills can only mean that their starting points are different. The white shadow giant scale fish evolves several times, and it should be similar to the mutant red-winged crow cub. As for the strength of the mutant red-winged crow cubs, after these few days of growth, the mutant red-winged crow cub has stepped into the 7th order realm. It is estimated that in a short period of time, the mutant red-winged crow cub will be able to step into the black iron level. After a while, Bai Zian calmed down his excitement and continued to return to his daily routine of training the white shadow giant scale fish and the mutant red-winged crow cubs. In this case, time passed quickly. Soon, the time for the start of high school will finally come. In this regard, although Bai Zian was a little helpless, he had to go. After all, he still needs to go to school before discussing the suspension with his grandpa. Otherwise, his mother's rattan braised pork is not so delicious. Thinking of this, Bai Zian walked out of the house in the uniform of Balan No. 1 High School. At this time, the exclusive driver of the city lord's mansion was already ready, and beside the car, there was a handsome figure in the uniform of Balan No. 1 High School. Long time no see, Qiaogubai. How does it feel to live in Balan City? Bai Zian smiled and greeted the woman in front of the car. Yes, this is Qiaogubai, who hasn't seen each other for a while. At the beginning, after Bai Zian successfully subdued Qiaogubai, he brought her to Balan City. After that, because of being too busy, Bai Zian didn't pay much attention to Qiaogubai's affairs. However, with the arrangement of the Bai family, Qiaogubai should receive very good treatment. In fact, it is. Bai Zian could see that Qiaogubai had already stepped into the black iron level. To be honest, Bai Zian was a little surprised by this matter. After all, Bai Zian only gave her the spirit beast eggs of the mutant candle flame spider more than half a month ago. Unexpectedly, in a short period of time, she has grown so fast. However, when he thought of her special talent, Bai Zian suddenly understood. I'm afraid not. In the past half a month, she was lucky and got some good things, which made the mutant candle flame spider rise so fast. However, Bai Zian just doesn't care, because he is confident that he can suppress Qiaogubai, and he is not worried that Qiaogubai will betray her. Long time no see, Master Zian. Thanks to your help, I stayed in Balan City very well. Qiaogubai said with a smile, and bowed to Bai Zian. Before, she just called Bai Zian's name directly, but now, she has become Bai Zian's subordinate, and it seems inappropriate to call Bai Zian's name directly, so she calls Bai Zian an adult, and this time she came here specifically to thank Bai Zian. Let's go, you just happen to be here, let's go to school together. Bai Zian nodded slightly, without saying much, ready to be accompanied by Qiaogubai. It happened that he could get to know some of Qiaogubai's growth during this period on the road. However, just as Bai Zian was about to set off, a chubby figure came directly in front of Bai Zian. Wait for me, on. Fatty Yuan is here. Although before, Bai Zian did not agree to go with Fatty Yuan. However, Fatty Yuan still came. Bai Zian was speechless, but he did not drive away Fatty Yuan. Therefore, Bai Zian took Qiaogubai and Fatty Yuan to the school together. However, because of the arrival of Fatty Yuan, Bai Zian is not good at telling Qiaogubai some secret things, so it was very quiet along the way. On the other hand, Fatty Yuan looked at Bai Zian and Qiaogubai shyly, and kept winking at Bai Zian. Needless to say, Bai Zian knew what Fatty Yuan was thinking. In this regard, Bai Zian was a little speechless and didn't bother to pay attention to Fatty Yuan. Soon, they arrived at Balan No. 1 High School, because Qiaogubai was a second-year transfer student. After saying goodbye to Bai Zian, he went directly to her class. "Brethren, you and that beauty." Fatty Yuan's face was full of curiosity, and his heart of gossip was burning. In this regard, Bai Zian ignored him and walked directly into the school. Soon, Bai Zian and Fatty Yuan came to their class. As soon as he stepped into the class, Bai Zian immediately felt that the atmosphere seemed a little tense. To be honest, half of the students in Bai Zian's class were acquainted with him. Because these students are basically the generals of Balan City, as well as the descendants of dignitaries. As for the remaining half, Bai Zian doesn't know each other. If he guessed correctly, it should be the students of the 7 affiliated small cities of Balan City. Because of the previous high school entrance examination, they awakened their outstanding talents and successfully entered Balan No. 1 High School. Therefore, they will appear here. This made Bai Zian a little surprised. It seems that there are many talented people in the 7 affiliated small cities of Balan City this year. You must know that the profession of Beastmaster is indispensable for talent and resources. They can be admitted to the best high school in Balan City and enter the best class, which shows that they still have a brush. However, the atmosphere in front of him seemed a little tense. The original disciples of Balan City and the students from these affiliated towns stood on both sides of each other, as if they were facing each other. There should be some kind of friction between the two sides. This is inevitable. There are some differences between the students in Balan City and the students from the affiliated cities, and these differences, a little careless, will become the point of contradiction between the two sides, and then lead to various contradictions. This is the situation at hand, and the two sides began to confront each other. Of course, these things have nothing to do with Bai Zian. Bai Zian ignored his plans, because for Bai Zian, one of these first-year high school students counts as one, and all of them are newcomers. Even more, it is estimated that there are still some, even the initial pet beasts have not yet contracted, and are still waiting for the school's resources. Even if they have contracted the initial pet beast, they are only in a state of incompetence. This is too weak for Bai Zian. He really has no interest in it. It seems that after today is over, I must discuss with my grandfather and prepare to leave school. I don't have much time to waste in school. Bai Zian thought in his heart, thinking about his own plan. After all, he intends to break through to the gold level within 3 years, so how can he waste time here? However, Bai Zian refused to pay attention to them. However, the troubles took the initiative to find Bai Zian. Bai Xiao is good. Long time no see, young Master Bai. How was Bai Xiao's summer vacation? The disciples of Balan City greeted Bai Zian when they saw Bai Zian's arrival. He even ran towards Bai Zian, surrounded by stars like the moon. In this regard, the students from the affiliated town all looked at Bai Z 527 and with a shocked expression. They also came to Balan City in the past 2 days, so naturally they didn't know Bai Zian's identity. However, seeing the Silver City student, who was so rebellious just now, became so humble when he faced Bai Zian, this makes them a little uncomfortable. It is also because of this reason that the students from the affiliated towns, looking at Bai Zian, became more vigilant and more hostile. In their opinion, Bai Zian must be the leader of these Balan City students. Well, their idea is not wrong. After all, Bai Zian is indeed the big dude at the top of these dudes. However, Bai Zian didn't like the scene in front of him very much, because whether it is the original students of Balan City or the students from the affiliated small city, they are all citizens of Balan City. They have a conflict, which is not a good thing for the Bai family and Bai Zian. It seems that he has to find an opportunity to rectify the situation of these students at one time. After all, he didn't want trouble, let alone bloody things. It is the best choice to solve the contradictions of these students once and for all. In fact, this opportunity came very soon. After school in the morning, a fiery red figure came directly in front of Bai Zian. Bai Zian, you haven't forgotten what you promised me before. Fight me, Bai Zian. 35. Feng Qianyu, who had a proud face, blocked Bai Zian's way and said to Bai Zian, yes, it was Feng Qianyu who blocked Bai Zian's way. The reason for this is because of their bet, at the beginning, because at the awakening ceremony, they all awakened the S-level talent, which led to the draw, which made Feng Qianyu very dissatisfied. For this reason, she also went to the city lord's mansion to make another bet with Bai Zian. The content of the bet is to have a pet beast battle after the high School starts to see who is stronger, and now, Feng Qianyu wants Bai Zian to complete the bet. In this regard, Bai Zian's eyes lit up, the opportunity to completely solve the troubles of these little brats seems to have come. 085 Bai Zian vs Feng Qianyu, a spirit beast from the source world. Subscription required. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In Bai Zian's mind, there is no difference between the students of Balan City and the students of the affiliated town. The tense atmosphere between them is also due to the influence of various aspects of the cultural environment. In this case, how to make them stop entangled in these little things is actually very simple, that is to give them a purpose. You must know that Balan No. 1 High School is the Royal Beast High School. For Beast Masters, pets and strength are the most important things. That being the case, then in front of these students, show your powerful strength and let them all chase after it. To put it bluntly, Bai Zian wants to introduce a martial style and let them devote themselves to cultivating pets. In this way, they probably don't have the heart to make trouble. That's what Bai Zian thinks, simple and rude. But when used properly, it can play a big role, and Feng Qianyu's challenge was a good opportunity. If he and Feng Qianyu's challenge showed enough strength in front of these students, they would probably be shocked. I promise, little Phoenix, let's play a game on the school grounds. Thinking of this, Bai Zian has already made up his mind. Thinking of this, Bai Zian nodded slightly and agreed to the next battle. Feng Qianyu was very happy about this. She has been training hard for nearly 2 months, just for this moment. She could finally defeat Bai Zian. Thinking of this, Feng Qianyu was immediately very happy. Thinking of this, she quickly arranged this matter. Soon, the training ground at the back of the school was directly enveloped by Feng Qianyu. Let's go then. Bai Zian nodded slightly and walked with Feng Qianyu to the training ground behind the school. Eldest young Master Bai and Miss Feng are going to fight, and they are fighting against spirit beasts. This is too rare, let's go and see. That's right, hurry up, lest there be no place. The students of Balan City were immediately excited when they heard the conversation between Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu. After all, both of them are leaders in the younger generation of Balan City. What's more, Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu are the descendants of the 2 chief and deputy chiefs of Balan City. The battle between these two will definitely be very exciting. Thinking of this, the students of Balan City were immediately excited and ran to the training ground at the back of the school, wanting to watch this battle. Those 2 people seem to have some background, and they have to fight against spirit beasts. This is also a good opportunity for us, allowing us to understand the strength of the students of Balan City. Let's go and have a look. The students in the affiliated small city also became interested after hearing the words of the students in Balan City. They could naturally see that Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu seemed to have great prestige among these Balan City students. Perhaps, they could understand the strength of Balan City students by watching the battle between Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu. This is definitely a great opportunity for them. Thinking of this, they couldn't sit still, and quickly walked out of the classroom to the training ground at the back of the school. Soon, the training ground at the back of the school gathered all the students of the entire Senior 1 class. What's more, some well-informed students from other classes, even senior students, all converged on the training ground at the back of the school. For a time, the entire training ground became crowded with people. When Bai Zian arrived, he was speechless when he saw the scene in front of him. He just wanted to use this opportunity to correct the atmosphere in the class, so as to avoid all kinds of messy things. But looking at it now, how does it feel that the students of the entire school have all gathered here? What's more, Bai Zian also found that some teachers seem to have gathered here. It seems that you have to be a little more serious. If your performance is too bad, you will lose the face of the Bai family. Bai Zian murmured in his heart. To be honest, Bai Zian originally intended to use mutant red-winged crow cubs, prepared to take this opportunity to exercise the mutant red-winged crow cub. However, when the trouble was so big, he couldn't just hold back. Thinking of this, Bai Zian went directly to the training ground. At this time, Feng Qianyu had been waiting here for a long time. Let's start right away, little Phoenix. I don't want to drag on for too long. Bai Zian opened his mouth and said to Feng Qianyu. Alright, I will defeat you completely in front of everyone's eyes and let others know my strength. 95. Feng Qianyu's fighting spirit was high, and there seemed to be a flame in his eyes. Afterwards, Feng Qianyu opened the beast-preserving space and directly summoned his pet beast, Swish, accompanied by a crisp cry. A flame-like purple-red figure appeared in front of everyone. This is a bird-like spirit beast with a fiery red beak, purple-red feathers, surrounded by little flames, and looks very mysterious. Bai Zian was a little surprised by this, because of this bird-like spirit beast. Bai Zian had never seen it before. This made Bai Zian a little curious. However, this matter can't stop Bai Zian. After all, Bai Zian, who has the Eye of Apocalypse talent, is not worried about such a thing at all. Thinking of this, Bai Zian directly used the Eye of Apocalypse to check the situation of Feng Qianyu's pet beasts. Race, red-beaked purple feather kite, fire type, realm, primary black iron, talent, voice of Feng Ming, qualification, primary amethyst. Skills, Feng Ming Jingshi, purple beginner, gunpowder impact, blue skilled, burning fire, blue skilled, introduction. The bird-type spirit beasts from the source world are said to have a trace of the phoenix bloodline, which can exude phoenix power and give the enemy a strong shock. It's actually a spirit beast from the source world, and it can also grow to the amethyst level. It's interesting. It seems that the Feng family also has a lot of secrets. Bai Zian's eyes lit up, and he looked at Feng Qianyu and the red-billed Ziyuan with interest. He did not expect that this bird-like spirit beast he had never seen before actually came from the origin world. That's kind of interesting. You must know that it is not easy for the residents of the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests to have contact with the source world and obtain the spirit beasts of the source world. This made Bai Zian feel a little emotional. The energy of the Feng family is not small. Moreover, during the awakening ceremony, Fatty Yuan once said that the Feng family had prepared a good thing for Feng Qianyu, which could help Feng Qianyu awaken. After that, Feng Qianyu successfully awakened the S-rank talent, Feng Yan. I didn't think it before, but now it is combined with Feng Qianyu's pet beast, the red-beaked purple feather kite. Bai Zian suddenly felt that the Feng family and Feng Qianyu seem to have no small secrets. After all, whether it is the Feng family or Feng Qianyu, there are operations and things that surpass the energy of the Feng family. For a time, Bai Zian was also curious. However, now is not the time to investigate this matter. After all, the most important thing right now is to resolve this battle. If you want to investigate the secrets of Feng Qianyu and the Feng family, you should wait until this battle is over, and then think about it slowly. As for the strength of the red-billed purple feather kite and the strength of the primary black iron, Bai Zian was not surprised. After all, Feng Qianyu's beast-fighting talent was an S-level talent. Feng Yan, coupled with the excellent qualifications of the red-billed purple feather kite, and the fire resources of the Feng family, it is normal for Feng Qianyu to cultivate the red-billed purple feather kite to the black iron level within 2 months. Thinking of this, Bai Zian has already made up his mind. Bai Zian, do you think my pet beast is strange? Have you never seen my pet? Do I need to tell you the name of the pet? 99.at This time, Feng Qianyu's voice came. Feng Qianyu looked at Bai Zian proudly, and seemed to want Bai Zian to speak, asking her to name her pet beast. The Feng family's energy is good, and you actually made a contract with the red-billed purple feather kite that is not available in the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests. However, the outcome of this battle will still not change. Bai Zian smiled indifferently, and directly pointed out the name of the red-beaked purple-feathered kite. In this regard, Feng Qianyu's face stiffened. She didn't expect that Bai Zian could actually recognize the red-billed purple-feather kite. This is not good news for her. Bai Zian knows the name of the red-billed purple-feather kite, which means that he has a certain understanding of the red-billed purple-feather kite. This made Feng Qianyu a little uncomfortable. For this battle, she prepared a lot of time, and she didn't even let the red-billed Ziyuan show her face in front of outsiders. The reason is to catch Bai Zian by surprise during this battle. As a result, she did not expect that Bai Zian would directly see through the identity of the red-billed purple-feathered kite just after she summoned the red-billed purple-feathered kite. What she had done before had become meaningless. This made Feng Qianyu very uncomfortable. Little Phoenix, let you see my spirit beast. 39. Bai Zian murmured, and directly opened the mythical beast space, and summoned a white fish over 1/2 meter. This is really a white shadow giant scale fish. As before, when the white shadow giant scale fish was summoned, it was in the state of using the Ziyuri skill, shrinking its size, but this time, the size of the white shadow giant scale fish is smaller than before, because the Beiying giant scale fish has mastered the skills of De, Li Liaozhao, and Xiao Rui. It has been upgraded to the realm of Xiaocheng, from the beginning of the entry, directly across the proficiency, to reach the realm of small success. It can be said that the white shadow giant scale fish has reached a very high level of mastery of the skills of big and small. Moreover, along with the improvement of proficiency, the increase in the size of Rui skills has been reduced by a multiple, and it has been doubled again, from a double increase to a six-fold increase. That is to say, if De Rui is used, the white shadow giant scale fish that was originally about 5 meters can be increased to about 30 meters, and the use of Zai, when reducing the size, it becomes more than half a meter. Bai Zian is very satisfied with this increase. Needless to say, in terms of increase, the power of the explosion has become more powerful, the body size after shrinking has become smaller, which has greater benefits for the speed and defense of the white shadow giant scale fish. Bai Zian is naturally very satisfied with this. Isn't your pet a white-scaled fish? It looks a bit similar and a bit different. Looking at the white shadow giant scale fish summoned by Bai Zian, Feng Qianyu was a little puzzled. If you beat me, I'll tell you the answer. Bai Zian smiled indifferently and waved at Feng Qianyu. Then let you see how powerful my red-beaked red feather kite is. 39. Feng Qianyu raised her eyebrows, stopped talking too much nonsense, and directly ordered the red-billed Qiyuan to start attacking. For a time, the battle between Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu officially broke out. 086 One move to suppress Feng Qianyu, shocking everyone. Subscribe. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Boom! On the training ground of Balan No. 1 High School, a purple-red flame figure flew over the sky. This is a miraculous flying kite, emitting amazing heat and constantly condensing scorching fireballs one by one, bombarding the white shadow giant scale fish on the ground. This is really Feng Qianyu's red-beaked purple feather kite. At the same time, the white shadow giant scale fish wrapped in the foam layer was very relaxed, dodging one after another flame attack. This made Feng Qianyu a little annoyed. She did not expect that Bai Zian's giant white-shadowed fish was so fast that it could easily avoid the attack of the red-billed red feather kite. You must know that the red-billed red feather kite was originally a relatively fast bird-like spirit beast. However, in front of Bai Zian's white-shadowed giant scale fish, he couldn't even touch the tail of the fish. This made Feng Qianyu feel a little shocked. However, Bai Zian wouldn't give her a chance to be slowly shocked. Therefore, Bai Zian directly ordered the white shadow giant scale fish to start attacking. Swish! At this moment, the speed of the white shadow giant scale fish became even more astonishing, and instantly disappeared on the spot. The next moment, when the giant white shadow fish appeared again, it had already come to the side of the red-billed red feather kite. At the same time, a water column condensed in the mouth of the giant white shadow fish. Water gun impact. Not good. Feng Yan surrounds himself. 35. Feng Qianyu's face changed greatly, and he quickly used his talent. At this moment, a group of astonishing phoenix flames appeared on the body of the red-billed red feather kite, covering its body. At the same time, the water gun of the white shadow giant scale fish had already attacked. It slammed down on the red-beaked Qiyuan. Boom! Accompanied by a whimper, Feng Qianyu's red-billed red feather kite was slammed to the ground by this shocking water gun. After a while, all the smoke dissipated, revealing the figure on the ground. There were several scars on the body of the red-beaked Qiyuan, and it was difficult to support the wings. It's interesting. Little phoenixes, Feng Yan, talent seems to be a bit complicated. It can actually weaken the power of water skills. By 527 Xian's eyes lit up, staring at Feng Yan on the red-billed Qiyuan. This is Feng Qianyu's beast-fighting talent, which can condense a group of phoenix flames, covering the pet's body, increasing the pet's fire-type attack power and attack speed. On the other hand, because the phoenix flame is special, it is not an ordinary flame. The effect of ordinary water skills on Feng Yan is not particularly obvious. In other words, Feng Qianyu's phoenix flame talent can block the power of some water skills. It can be said that this is definitely an excellent talent for fire-type spirit beasts. Just now, the white shadow giant scale fish had already attacked the red-beaked Qi Fia kite, so she had to use her talent to help the red-beaked Qi feather kite block this attack. Bai Zian seemed to understand the reason why Feng Qianyu challenged him before and wanted to fight him. Perhaps, this is where Feng Qianyu's confidence lies. However, the attack of the white shadow giant scale fish is really amazing. After Bai Zian's guidance and training, the water pistol skills of the white shadow giant scale fish have reached the realm of achievement. In addition, the white shadow giant scale fish is too close to the red-billed red feather kite. At such a close distance, the power of the water gun impact skills that burst out directly is also very amazing. Even though Feng Qianyu had already used Feng Yan's talent, he had successfully blocked most of the attacking power of the water gun. However, Feng Yan was still unable to completely resist the water gun impact of the white shadow giant scale fish. Therefore, the red-billed red feather kite suffered a lot of damage. Do you still need to continue fighting? Little Phoenix, Bai Zian looked at Feng Qianyu with a half-smile but said a word. In this regard, Feng Qianyu's face was ugly and fell into silence. After a while, Feng Qianyu raised her head again, looked at Bai Zian depressedly, and slowly said a word. This battle, I lost. 99. Although Feng Qianyu was very unwilling, she refused to admit it. The result of this battle has actually come out. This is the truth. This battle has come here, and the situation is actually very obvious. Bai Zian's white shadow giant scale fish occupies an absolute advantage. Although her red-billed red feather kite is very powerful, it far surpasses ordinary black iron level spirit beasts. However, in the face of Bai Zian's white shadow giant fish, it is also a white shadow giant fish that has mastered the skills of small and large. Feng Qianyu's red-billed red feather kite had absolutely no chance of winning. Even if they continue to fight, it would only be a matter of 1 or 2 water gun impacts. Therefore, instead of letting the red-billed red feather kite suffer more damage, it is better to just admit defeat. This is what Feng Qianyu thought. It was her admit defeat that made her particularly unwilling. Because she is very proud and feels that she is a real genius. Whether it is the beast master talent, or the beast she contracted, it is not available to ordinary beast masters, but a genius like her was still defeated by Bai Zian. How could Feng Qianyu be reconciled to this? Little Phoenix, have you forgotten something? Bai Zian opened his mouth and said to Feng Qianyu, you know, their battle is a gambling battle. The loser must obey the order of the winner and do one thing. For this matter, Bai Zian will not forget naturally. After all, this is also a good opportunity for Bai Zian. If used properly, it may bring a lot of benefits. What do you want me to do? Just say it, Feng Qianyu said coldly, although she is not reconciled, but if she loses, she loses. With her pride, she is unwilling to play tricks on this matter. She is willing to admit defeat. Whatever Bai Zian asks her to do, she will do it. This is Feng Qianyu's attitude. In response, Bai Zian smiled lightly, walked directly to Feng Qianyu, and said something in her ear. After hearing Bai Zian's words, Feng Qianyu's eyes widened, as if she had heard something incredible. The next moment, Feng Qianyu's cheeks flushed, and she gave Bai Zian a vicious look. This bastard is too bad to ask her to do such a thing. However, since she has already agreed, she will not regret it. You wait for me, Feng Qianyu snorted coldly, and then ran away. In response, Bai Zian just smiled indifferently and said nothing. Let's go back to study and exercise, and I have to exercise pet beasts, Bai Zian shouted. Afterwards, Bai Zian, Batch, ignored the crowd and walked slowly towards the school gate. After all, what he had to do had already been done. The rest, he didn't care about it. Seeing Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu leave, the students who came to watch also dispersed. Only the students in class 1 of senior high school did not come back to their senses for a long time. Whether it is the students of Belan City or the affiliated town, they are all stunned, because they were so shocked. Originally, they thought that the battle between Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu was a battle of unpopular spirit beasts. As a result, I didn't expect that this battle was actually a battle of the black iron level. Whether it is Bai Zian or Feng Qianyu, their pet beasts are black iron class existences. But how is this possible? Obviously everyone is the same. They are all students who successfully awakened the talent of beasts through the awakening ceremony during the high school entrance examination. But now, some of them have just contracted beasts, and some of them have not even contracted beasts. However, Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu had already stepped into the ranks of black iron beast masters. Compared with these two, they are too far apart. Moreover, listening to Bai Zian's words before he left, it seems that he intends to go back to train pet beasts. In other words, Bai Zian is still working hard, such a talented person, but still working hard. Compared with Bai Zian, they seem a little ridiculous. Thinking of the confrontation in the classroom today, they suddenly felt that their behavior was even more ridiculous. They silently decided to stop wasting time and do things that don't make sense. Instead, they put all their energy into the cultivation and learning of pet animals. It can be said that the battle between Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu has changed many students, and that's exactly what Bai Zian is for. Give them a goal, let them recognize the vastness of the world, and don't waste time and energy in unnecessary infighting. That doesn't make any sense. For this reason, the next high school, class became much calmer, and most of the people were working hard. This makes the teachers of class 1 of senior high school feel very gratified. Of course, Bai Zian didn't know about these things, because Bai Zian at this time left school long ago. However, after leaving the school, Bai Zian did not directly return to the city lord's mansion, but went to the office center of Balan City, because Bai Zian needs to have a good chat with Bai Jingchong. He had to take care of the suspension of school no matter what. Like today, spending a day at school is a waste of a day. Bai Zian became impatient about this. Soon, Bai Zian came to the office center. "Hello, Master Zian. Why did the young master come here? Did he come to find the city lord?" 99. The city lord is inside, please come with me. Entering directly into the office center of Balan City, Bai Zian went all the way unimpeded, and soon came to Bai Jingchong's office. At this time, in Bai Jingchong's office, there were several senior generals who were constantly discussing, as if they were discussing something. Bai Zian didn't pay too much attention to this, but sat down on the sofa with ease, and slowly waited for his grandfather Bai Jingchong. After a while, Bai Jingchong dismissed the meeting. "Xiaowen, why are you here?" At this time, Bai Jingchong came to Bai Zian and asked Bai Zian's purpose. "Grandpa, how are your studies on that matter?" Bai Zian did not directly say about the suspension of school, but asked about the fusion of the two worlds. Bai Zian was also very interested in this matter and wanted to know the progress of Balan City. "Although I hate to admit it, your hunch was correct." 99. After many investigations, we have finally determined this matter. There is indeed an unknown world that is in contact with the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests, and there seems to be a possibility of collision. It seems that this matter must be reported. Furthermore, our Bai family also needs to be prepared. I will try to contact the Bai family in the source world to see if I can let you go back, so as not to be affected. 99. Bai Jingchong looked solemn and said a word slowly. After many investigations, the conflict between the two worlds has basically been determined. It can be said that the situation is very dangerous. In this way, Bai Jingchong had to think about the way back for the Bai family. 087. The suspension of school is confirmed, another magical skill of the water spirit beast. Subscri. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Although, Bai Jingchong knew about the conflict between the two worlds from Bai Zian before, however, that is something that has not yet been determined, and Bai Jingchong does not dare to make any decisions casually. But now, the matter has been settled. An unknown world is about to collide with the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests, and Bai Jingchong has to make plans early. For example, the Bai Qingji couple and Bai Zian brother and sister are sent out of the world of mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests, because it's too dangerous. The conflict between the two worlds is a very scary thing. Even more, the destruction of the world is not impossible. This is not Bai Jingchong to scare himself, but there is indeed such a precedent. Although Bai Jingchong still has a ban from the Bai family, he is not allowed to leave the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests casually. But when it comes to this kind of life and death, he can't take care of the ban of the Bai family. He decided to contact the people of the Bai family and asked the family to let Bai Zian and other descendants leave the secret world of 10,000 spider nests. Even if the Bai family disagrees, he will find a way to secretly send Bai Zian and others out. As for the previous college entrance examination plan, it was completely abandoned by Bai Jingchong. After all, the world is about to change drastically, and the so-called college entrance examination has become meaningless. Survival is the most important thing. This is Bai Jingchong's idea. I knew that Grandpa would have such thoughts. Grandpa, you ran too fast before, and there's one more thing I haven't had time to say. Understanding Bai Jingchong's thoughts, Bai Zian felt helpless and slowly said a word. He just said before that there are two worlds conflicting things, however, after the conflict between the two worlds, they completely merged together to form a more advanced secret world. Bai Zian didn't have time to tell Bai Jingchong about this matter. This is one of the reasons why Bai Zian came here. He must tell Bai Jingchong about this matter and let Bai Jingchong make various arrangements. Of course, Bai Zian would not agree to withdraw from the mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests. After all, the fusion of the two worlds is a great opportunity. Maybe, after the fusion of the two worlds, people will come from the original world. After all, how many resources will be born in a brand new world? This is unimaginable. It was a feast, so to speak. It would be the most foolish way to leave the table before the feast. Bai Zian just thought of Bai Jingchong, and he would probably arrange for them to leave. So he came here, ready to reveal some details to Bai Jingchong. Of course, before telling Bai Jingchong, Bai Zian used the Eye of Apocalypse to make sure that there were no skills or things like monitoring and peeping around. This is a must. This matter is of great importance, and it is related to a whole new world. Naturally, it is better to be cautious. After confirming that there was no problem, Bai Zian slowly said a word. Grandpa, the foreshadowing picture I saw is not the only one. In addition to the picture of the conflict between the two worlds, there is a special picture. That is the result of the conflict between the two worlds. The two worlds merged together to form a wider and more advanced world, Bai Zian said in a low voice, finally speaking about the fusion of the two worlds. At this moment, Bai Jingchong was completely stunned. He didn't expect that Bai Zian would bring him another big news. After the fusion of the two worlds, it did not cause the destruction of the world, but merged together to form a larger world. The mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests was originally a medium-sized mystery world. If the world is upgraded, wouldn't it be possible to obtain more treasures, obtain more powerful spirit beasts, and raise it to a higher level? This is not impossible, but the most normal situation. It can be said that if the two worlds are merged together, this matter becomes different. Shaoan, are you sure this is true? Bai Jingchong frowned and looked at Bai Zian seriously. This thing is too important. Anything less will lead to completely different results. One is hell and the other is heaven, depends how you choose. Grandpa, I have an extremely strong hunch that this matter is absolutely true. Bai Zian nodded and gave Bai Jingchong an affirmative answer in a very serious tone. He doesn't know about others, but Bai Zian has absolute confidence in his Eye of Apocalypse. Grandpa knows. Grandpa will prepare for this matter. Until this time, Bai Jingchong completely believed Bai Zian's words, because so many times, Bai Zian's intuition has never been wrong, including two worlds clashing things. At the beginning, they thought it was just a problem with the space barrier, and they didn't think about the unknown world. It was not until Bai Zian reminded him that Bai Jingchong knew that he was rushing towards the secret world of one spider nest with an unknown world. So this time, Bai Jingchong also believed in Bai Zian's prediction. But in this case, he needs to prepare well. The fusion of a new world will not bring unimaginable opportunities. If it is prepared in advance, the Bai family should be able to obtain great benefits. This is what Bai Jingchong needs to do next. By the way, Grandpa, I want to discuss something with you. 35. I hope I can take a break from school. The school doesn't help me much, and it can't bring me any help. It's better for me to train myself. Bai Zian spoke again and talked about another matter. Bai Zian had already told Bai Jingchong about the fusion of the two worlds. Bai Zian doesn't need to pay too much attention to the follow-up, because Bai Jingchong will make all kinds of preparations. Therefore, Bai Zian also stated the real purpose of his visit this time. He is going to leave school, and he doesn't want to waste time in school. He also intends to reach the gold level within 3 years. To be honest, Bai Zian is not sure whether he can reach the gold level in 3 years by self-cultivation. However, if he stayed in the school, he would definitely not be able to do this. Therefore, Bai Zian is bound to take a break from school. School suspension. What's the reason? Tell Grandpa, why do you suddenly have such thoughts? 35. Bai Jingchong was a little surprised and glanced at Bai Zian. He didn't expect that Bai Zian would have such an idea. School couldn't bring me more help, but the independent training from the outside world helped me even more. Bai Zian spoke quickly, expressing his thoughts. In this regard, after listening to Bai Zian's words, Bai Jingchong fell into thinking. After a while, Bai Jingchong spoke slowly. High school can't be given up, but I can help you arrange it so you don't have to go to school. As long as the final exam of each semester, you go to school to take the exam, what do you think? Bai Jingchong opened his mouth and expressed his thoughts. High school and college entrance examination are tied together. If you don't go to high school, you won't be able to take the college entrance examination 3 years later. Therefore, Bai Jingchong would definitely not agree to drop out of school directly. However, when Bai Zian was allowed to train independently, he did not refuse. After all, Bai Zian's growth rate is obvious to all. 0 for flowers. In just 1 month, Bai Zian started from scratch and stepped directly into the black iron level. It can be seen that Bai Zian also has his own ideas in training pets. Therefore, after thinking about it, Bai Jingchong came up with a compromise. Just at the end of each semester, go to school to take the final exam. I agreed. Bai Zian nodded slightly and directly agreed to this matter. To be honest, Bai Zian almost panicked when he first heard Bai Jingchong say that he couldn't give up in high school. However, hearing Bai Jingchong's words behind him, Bai Zian was instantly overjoyed. As long as he is given a lot of time to practice, then he can accept it. After all he wanted was time for independent training, not limited by the school's curriculum. As for why Bai Jingchong said that, Bai Zian also guessed it. In this regard, Bai Zian does not reject Grandpa's idea. For this reason, Bai Zian immediately agreed. That's how it was settled. Bai Zian is very satisfied with this. Afterwards, Bai Zian said goodbye to Bai Jingchong and prepared to return to the city lord's mansion. After all, the 2 purposes of his coming here have been completed, and it is time to leave. Wait, Xiaowen, this thing is given to you. It should be of some use to you. However, just before Bai Zian left, Bai Jingchong stopped Bai Zian and took out a box. In the box, there are 5 complete light blue crystal nuclei, which look very mysterious. Bai Zian directly opened the Eye of Apocalypse to check the situation of these crystal nuclei. Race, Water Royal White Swan, Water, Wind, Boundary, Advanced Gold. Talent, Water and Wind, B. Qualification, Advanced Gold. Skills, Walking. In the water, blue, Water Gun Impact, green, Foam Layer, green. Introduction. Because it has the characteristics of both the water system and the wind system, it has a special talent that can control the water flow and swim in the air. The Water Royal White Swan is actually the crystal nucleus of this kind of spiritual beast. When Bai Zian saw the introduction of these crystal nuclei, his eyes suddenly lit up. To be honest, the Qiaogubai White Swan is not that powerful, although it has gold-level strength, but compared to other gold grades, they are of a weaker type. However, the water-type Beastmaster is very eager for the water to control the White Swan. To be precise, what the water elemental Beastmaster desires is not the spirit beasts like the Water Royal White Swan, but their crystal nuclei. Because the Water Royal White Swan has a special innate skill, that is, the walking on the water skill. This skill allows water spirit beasts to control the flow of water, so as to achieve the effect of acting on the ground. If you think about it for a moment, the water-type spirit beasts can control the flow of water, so they can escape the restrictions of the river and swim in the air. This is of great help to those water-type spirit beasts who are inconvenient to move on the ground. To be honest, it is not the first time that Bai Zian has seen this skill. Back then, when Father Bai Qingji's red-eyed silver-striped fish arrived in Bai Zian's room, it was swimming in the air with a stream of water wrapped in it. Using this skill, to put it bluntly, this is an advanced version of the foam layer skill. Because the size of the giant white shadow fish is too large, the low-level water-based magic skill of the foam layer can no longer be supported. This was the beginning of the gambling fight in Scarlet Wing City, and there were already signs. For this matter, Bai Jingchong has always kept it in his heart. After returning to Bilan City, Bai Jingchong began to collect the crystal nuclei of the Qiaogubai White Swan, ready to help Bai Zian solve this problem. For this reason, this is the scene in front of me. 088 Maid outfit Feng Qianyu. Young people really know how to play. Subscribe. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This is the crystal nucleus of the water-routing white swan. It is handed over to your white shadow giant scale fish. If it can absorb the water-routing skills, it will also be of great help to it. If it is not absorbed, Grandpa will help you collect the crystal nucleus of the Qiaogubai White Swan. Bai Jingchong said quickly. and briefly introduced the situation of the crystal nucleus of the water royal white swan. Of course, it is not easy to successfully absorb skills from the crystal core. For this reason, Bai Jingchong is going to continue to collect the crystal nuclei of the Shuiyu white swan. If nothing else, he must let Bai Zian's water beasts learn this special skill. Without him, this skill is extremely practical and can make up for the shortcomings of most water spirit beasts. Even Bai Jingchong and Bai Qingji's water pets have this skill. Thank you Grandpa, the white shadow giant scale fish can definitely absorb this skill. Bai Zian was very happy and did not shirk, and directly accepted these crystal nuclei. As for the matter of continuing to collect the crystal cores of the Shuiyu white swan, then there is no need. With Bai Zian's ability, it is not too simple to let the white shadow giant scale fish successfully absorb this skill. It can be said that 5 Shuiyu white swan crystal nuclei are enough. After thinking about this, Bai Zian left the Balan office center. After a while, Bai Zian finally returned to the city lord's mansion. However, Bai Zian had not waited for Bai Zian to summon the 530 fish and let the white shadow giant scale fish absorb the skills before Bai Ji came to report. Master Zian, Miss Feng is here, just waiting in the hall. 35. However, she looks a little strange. Bai Ji appeared in front of Bai Zian and reported to Bai Zian. However, Bai Ji's face was a little strange, and she hesitated. What's the strange way? Bai Zian was a little curious and asked Angelica directly. Miss Feng is draped in a black robe, which hides her to death. Our people were worried that she was carrying dangerous goods and wanted to search, but Miss Feng was very strong and did not allow us to approach her. 35. Bai Ji's face was strange, and she slowly said this, you must know that this is the city lord's mansion, the residence of the family of the city lord of Balan City. Under normal circumstances, if you want to enter the city lord's mansion, a regular search is necessary to avoid accidents. However, Feng Qianyu, who came this time, not only wore a black robe abnormally, but also refused to allow the search. So it seemed strange, to be honest, if Feng Qianyu was not the granddaughter of the Deputy City Lord Feng Yangyan, he would have been arrested long ago. However, because of Feng Qianyu's special status, Bai Ji could only inform Bai Zian and let Bai Zian handle it. Black robe? It's kind of interesting. Little Phoenix is going out of his way. It's okay, let her come in and bring her directly. Bai Zian's light flashed, as if thinking of something. A smile appeared on his face. If he guessed correctly, Little Phoenix has fulfilled his promise. That's kind of interesting. Therefore, Bai Zian asked Bai Ji to bring Feng Qianyu over. Soon, Feng Qianyu came to Bai Zian. Get your people out. Feng Qianyu looked at Bai Zian with a depressed expression and said to Bai Zian. Bai Zian naturally had no objection to this, and let Bai Ji and others go out. At this time, Feng Qianyu slowly lifted the black robe, revealing a maid outfit with short sleeves and skirts. Yes, this is Bai Zian's punishment for Feng Qianyu. This little girl is too arrogant, and always wants to make trouble with Bai Zian. Since childhood, Feng Qianyu has always challenged Bai Zian. After a long time, Bai Zian became impatient. Therefore, Bai Zian took this opportunity to teach Feng Qianyu a lesson. To be honest, this is the best punishment for Feng Qianyu. She is so proud. Ordinary punishment has no effect on her at all, but this kind of thing can bring her unforgettable memories. I just don't know if Little Phoenix will explode with anger. Well, Bai Zian doesn't know if the Little Phoenix will explode. However, at this time, the Little Phoenix's face was visibly red, and it seemed that he no longer had the arrogance of the past. For such a scene, Bai Zian is very happy to see it. Are you satisfied, bastard? I can go back now. Feng Qianyu gritted her teeth and looked at Bai Zian, a little embarrassed. She always felt that Bai Zian's gaze made her a little uncomfortable. This damn it guy actually came up with such a perverted way to make her wear such clothes. She only has one idea now, and leave here immediately. What are you worried about? This is something you promised yourself, and naturally you have to carry it through to the end. 35. If nothing else, shouldn't the maid do what you're supposed to do? Well, give me a set of tea, and I'll let you go when I'm done. Bai Zian said with a chuckle. Actually speaking, Bai Zian's initial idea was not to let Feng Qianyu wear a maid outfit. After all, Bai Zian's best choice was to use this bet to obtain some fire element resources from the Feng family. However, there are a lot of gold-level fire resources in the market, and it is not difficult to obtain. It is impossible for the Feng family to easily take out diamond-level fire element resources. Think about it, the two juniors made a playful bet. How could the two of them come up with diamond-grade materials? If Bai Jingchong and Feng Yangyan made a bet, there would still be this possibility, that being the case, Bai Zian would have no interest if he couldn't obtain fire-type diamond-level resources, so he changed a different condition. That is, Bai Zian didn't expect that Feng Qianyu really fulfilled his promise and came dressed as a maid. Very well, Bai Zian, you bastard, don't let me find a chance. If I find a chance, I will insist that you were a valet and walk down the street. Feng Qianyu gritted her teeth and said, and then went straight to get the tea, ready to make tea for Bai Zian. Bai Zian was a little speechless about this. He didn't expect that little Phoenix actually had this thought in mind. He just asked little Phoenix to wear a maid outfit in front of him. This vicious little girl actually wants him to go parade. The most poisonous woman, however, if he wanted to see him embarrassed, little Phoenix probably wouldn't have the chance. After all, with Bai Zian's progress, little Phoenix probably won't have a chance to catch up with him. Therefore, Bai Zian pretended not to hear what little Phoenix was talking about, and didn't bother to pay attention to her. The next time, Xiao Fenghuang started to make tea for Bai Zian as agreed. However, Bai Zian did not waste time, but started to use the chain of Heaven's Path. Talent. Yes, Bai Zian is ready to share Feng Qianyu's talent. After all, Feng Qianyu's talent is the S-level talent, Feng Yan, S-level talent, not to mention Balan City. Even the entire mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests is a rare talent for fighting beasts. How could Bai Zian let go of such an opportunity? To be precise, this is the real purpose of Bai Zian. Otherwise, he wouldn't have to spend a lot of time and let Feng Qianyu come to the city lord's mansion. Some time has passed. Bai Zian's Chain of Heaven's Way. There are some changes. Chain of Heaven's Path, shared talents, Feng Yan talent, S, possession talent, A. Before Feng Qianyu knew it, Bai Zian successfully shared Feng Qianyu's Feng Yan talent. 0. During the whole process, Feng Qianyu didn't notice at all. In this way, Bai Zian can also use the Phoenix Flame to act on the mutant red-winged crow cub, greatly increasing the strength of the mutant red-winged crow cub. Bai Zian's purpose of letting Feng Qianyu come here can be considered to have been achieved. However, in addition to the Feng Yan talent, Bai Zian's Chain of Heaven's Path has a second talent, that is Fatty Yuan's A-level talent, possession. This is the beginning of school today, and Fatty Yuan followed them to the school, and Bai Zian's talent was engraved, because in Bai Zian's view, Fatty Yuan's talent is still very special. If used properly, it can play a great role. The most important point is that if Bai Zian lets a pet beast possess him, this is equivalent to Bai Zian having the power of a beast. For Bai Zian, both attack and defense ability can be greatly improved. This is what Bai Zian values most. For this reason, after some consideration, Bai Zian chose to copy Fatty Yuan's talent. Of course, this is only a temporary situation. If Bai Zian finds a better talent in the future, he can also give up the possession talent and choose to share other talents. Yes, the effect of the Chain of Heaven's Path talent is not fixed. If he finds a better talent, Bai Zian can completely give up the original engraved talent and copy the new talent again. To be honest, in Bai Zian's view, this is the biggest effect of Chain of Heaven's Path. For this reason, Bai Zian can completely adjust his talent according to his needs. If it is said, if Bai Zian needs to fight a fire-type beast master, then, if he can prepare, Bai Zian can completely prepare in advance. 3. Talents to restrain fire-type spirit beasts. In other words, when Bai Zian needs to cultivate pets, he can also look for 3 talents that are helpful to cultivate pets. This is the biggest feature of Chain of Heaven's Path, and it is also the feature that Bai Zian is most satisfied with, and there is no need to worry about being fixed. For this reason, Bai Zian chose to share Fatty Yuan's possession talent. At the same time, Feng Qianyu's service finally came to an end. Bastard Bai Zian, I've finished about 2.9, I can go now. Feng Qianyu looked at Bai Zian and couldn't help but say to Bai Zian, she has done everything that needs to be done to complete her agreement with Bai Zian. The current Feng Qianyu just wanted to get out of here immediately. Of course, please. 35. Bai Zian nodded slightly. He could see that little Phoenix's patience had already reached its limit. Bai Zian didn't want to cause more trouble, so naturally he wouldn't stop him. In this regard, Feng Qianyu breathed a sigh of relief, picked up the black robe on the ground, prepared to put it on again, and left the city lord's mansion directly. However, before Feng Qianyu could pick up the black robe, the two old men rushed in. Xiaoyu, have something to say. 39, isn't it just a battle? There's no need to hurt peace. It was Bai Jingchong who was headed by him, and a majestic old man was next to him. This is Feng Yangyan, the deputy city lord of Belan City, the grandfather of Feng Qianyu. Obviously, the two people knew about what happened to Feng Qianyu in the city lord's mansion just now. The two of them came together, wanting to solve this matter, so as not to cause trouble. In the end, I didn't expect that after coming here, I actually saw this scene. In this regard, Bai Jingchong's mouth twitched slightly, and he was a little speechless. These two young people are a little too exaggerated. 089 Misunderstanding of the Dead Feng Qianyu, Bai Jingchong and Feng Yangyan. Subscribe. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When Feng Qianyu came to the city lord's mansion, because he was unwilling to remove the black robe on his body, he went through a routine security check. This matter can be big or small, and it is not only reported by Bai Ji to Bai Zian, even Bai Jingchong knew about it. At that time, Bai Jingchong was discussing the previous earthquake with Feng Yangyan, the deputy city lord. In addition, the battle between Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu from the school had already spread to Bai Jingchong and Feng Yangyan's ears. They suddenly thought of something. For example, Feng Qianyu refused to admit defeat and wanted to go to the city lord's mansion to find trouble with Bai Zian. If it's just an ordinary fight, they don't need to pay attention. However, they have more or less understanding of Feng Qianyu's character. They feel that her character is relatively strong, and they are worried that she will do irrational things. This time, the two old men couldn't sit still, and quickly put down what they were doing and returned directly to the city lord's mansion. In the end, they didn't expect that when they opened the door, they actually saw this scene. Feng Qianyu actually dressed up like this and stayed with Bai Zian. This young man is too exaggerated, much more exaggerated than when they were young. Cough, the weather is good today. Lao Yen, I just got a good can of tea, please appreciate it. Bai Jingchong coughed dryly and hurriedly dragged the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan out of the room. After all, the scene in front of me was indeed a bit too embarrassing. In this regard, the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan was so angry that his beard was about to curl up, but he couldn't say much. For a while, only Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu were left in the room. As for Feng Qianyu, at this time, she was completely frozen in place, as if she was petrified. Cough cough, I can return to my senses 10 times, Bai Zian coughed dryly and waved his hand in front of Feng Qianyu. Bai Zian, you bastard, next time, I must ask you to go to the street for class. After a while, Feng Qianyu let out an exasperated scream, put down a harsh word at Bai Zian, and then rushed out. Tai Shi is dead, and she has no face to stay here any longer. Now, the only thing Feng Qianyu wants to do is to go back to the deputy city master's mansion, go back to his room, and keep himself in the room so that he can't come out. It's an accident. Seeing Feng Qianyu's back and embarrassed departure, Bai Zian felt a little helpless. He really did not expect this situation in front of him. He originally looked at Feng Qianyu wearing a maid outfit and copied her talent for fighting beasts. By the way, other than that, he really had no other idea. Otherwise, when Feng Qianyu came just now, he would not dismiss his subordinates and prevent others from seeing Feng Qianyu's appearance, in order to save face for her. In the end, I didn't expect that the grandfather and the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan actually came here, and they broke in without reporting it, causing Feng Qianyu Club to die. How could he have thought of such a thing? But in this way, Feng Qianyu would hate him to death, and even said the words to let him take to the street to run away. In this regard, Bai Zian is also helpless. After a while, Bai Zian walked out of the room and came to the hall. At this time, Bai Jingchong and the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan were drinking tea in the hall. It's the face of the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan. It's not very good looking. Because looking at the appearance of Bai Zian and Feng Qianyu, it is obvious that there is a situation. Otherwise, with the arrogance of the little girl in his family, how could she possibly wear that kind of thing? Long time no see, Grandpa Feng has been doing well recently. Bai Zian came to the two of them and greeted Feng Yangyan obediently. I'm okay, Shaoan, although you young people's feelings, I'm not very good at meddling. However, when you get along with each other, it's better to have some measure and don't do anything that you will regret later, you know. 5. With a reluctant smile on Feng Yangyan's face, he said to Bai Zian. This made Bai Zian a little puzzled. Where is this? Why does he feel that Feng Yangyan is not on the same channel as him? Wait, Feng Yangyan, the deputy city lord, shouldn't think that he is in love with that girl Feng Qianyu? If you think about it, it's really possible. After all, that girl Feng Qianyu was so arrogant, but she kept holding on to him. Moreover, the two have known each other since childhood, and some special feelings are normal. The most important point is that the thing that Feng Qianyu is wearing is not something that ordinary people can wear casually. Therefore, the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan would think of this aspect. For this reason, this is the scene in front of me. Grandpa Feng, you may be thinking wrong. Wanting to understand the reason, Bai Zian was dumbfounded and wanted to explain. However, just as Bai Zian opened his mouth, he was interrupted by the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan. Okay, I have already said that I will not interfere in the affairs of your young people. If you two are in love with each other, I won't be the man who beats the old man. 5. City Lord, if there is nothing else, I will leave, Deputy City Lord Feng Yangyan said quickly, although he wouldn't stand in the way of these things. After all, Bai Zian is also a genius, worthy of Feng Qianyu. However, he always had a feeling that his cabbage was being arched by pigs. The more he looked at Bai Zian, the more angry he became. Therefore, he simply couldn't see. So he said goodbye to Bai Jingchong and left the city lord's mansion. Bai Zian didn't have time to explain until the deputy city lord Feng Yangyan left. What is this? Bai Zian was completely helpless. How did this thing become like this? Cough, Shaoan, Grandpa still supports you. That little girl from the Feng family is definitely worthy of you. However, for the next period of time, you'd better avoid the people of the Feng family. I'm worried that they will hit you with a sap. Bai Jingchong coughed dryly and said to Bai Zian with a light smile, as the party of gong cabbage. He was not angry at all, but rather happy. In this regard, Bai Zian was completely helpless. He finally understood that the two old men were thinking crookedly. Moreover, looking at the appearance of the two, it seems that they are extremely crooked. In desperation, Bai Zian didn't bother to pay attention to Bai Jingchong, and went directly to the training ground of the city lord's mansion, ready to return to business. Bai Zian opened the mythical beast space, and directly summoned the white shadow giant fish and the mutant red-winged crow cub. Red-winged crow, you can go there to train, or you can train in the same way as before. As for the white shadow giant scale fish, I am going to let you learn another skill, Bai Zian said, and directly took out 5 blue crystal nuclei. These are the crystal nuclei of the 5 white swans that Bai Jingchong gave to Bai Zian. However, compared to the previous time, these 5 blue crystal nuclei look more crystal clear and seem to become much brighter. This is because Bai Zian has already used the liquid to treat the crystal nucleus, and treat it aside to increase the probability of being absorbed into the skill. After all, when helping the mutant red-winged crow cubs absorb the king-level crystal core, the medicinal liquid was not completely used up, and now it comes in handy. For this reason, after returning to the city lord's mansion, Bai Zian directly used the medicinal liquid to process these crystal nuclei. As a result, I didn't expect that something happened to Feng Qianyu later. But now, these nuclei have been processed and come in handy. Thinking of this, Bai Zian directly threw a crystal nucleus and let the white shadow giant scale fish swallow it directly. The white shadow giant scale fish closed its eyes and began to try the suction skill. After a while, the giant white shadow fish opened his eyes and looked at Bai Zian excitedly. Lingling. Boss, I learned new skills. Learn it in one go, great. 35 foot, Bai Zian was also very happy to see the giant white shadow fish learn new skills in one go, and checked the situation of the giant white shadow fish. Race, white shadow giant scale fish, water system, boundary, intermediate black iron, talents, royal speed, S, power of Een and nether, S, water rupture, A, phantom lost, A, qualification, senior king, skills, waterproof speed, purple skilled, water erosion, purple skilled, water break, blue Deshang, illusory white shadow, blue Xiaocheng, water gun impact, green Deshang, foam layer, green Deshang, size Rui, blue Deshang, walking on the water, blue. Introduction. Born with amazing talent, the size is far beyond that of the common scaly fish. At the same time, It also has the phantom talent of the white shadow water whale, which can confuse the enemy and reduce the probability of being attacked. On the skill bar of the white shadow giant scale fish, there is a new skill, 530. This is the skill of walking on water. In this way, the defects of the giant white shadow fish will completely disappear, which is definitely a good improvement for the giant white shadow fish. In addition, the information on the white shadow giant scale fish has also changed a lot. The proficiency of each skill has been greatly improved. In particular, the main skills of water flow rupture, water gun impact and size rui were all elevated to the realm of great achievement by Bai Zian. This is a small gain. In addition, the level of the white shadow giant scale fish has finally been improved, and the primary black iron has been upgraded to the intermediate black iron. To be honest, Bai Zian was not very satisfied with such an improvement speed. Although this is already very fast, it only took half a month to upgrade a level. However, Bai Zian was not satisfied. After all, it only took a month for the white-scaled fish to cross the entire impenetrable realm. Moreover, there are a total of 9 realms in the realm of non-streaming, and each realm is divided equally, which is at most 3 or 4 days. In contrast, the speed of improvement of the white shadow giant scale fish in the black iron rank is still a bit slow. In fact, the reason why Bai Zian was so anxious, in the final analysis, the reason is that Bai Zian's goals are too high. It is planned to be upgraded to the gold level within 3 years. Then, Bai Zian will naturally have higher requirements for the upgrade speed. After all, the black iron level increases by 1 level in half a month, then it will take at least 2 months to upgrade to the bronze level. The subsequent bronze and silver levels will be more difficult to upgrade, and the upgrade will take longer. As a result, time may be a little too late. Sure enough, it is still necessary to fight and kill, Bai Zian muttered. In fact, there is another important reason for the slow improvement of the white shadow giant scale fish, that is the lack of combat. Despite Bai Zian's training, the white shadow giant scale fish has improved a lot. However, for spirit beasts, fighting is the most important thing. It seems that he needs to go out to experience. Let the white shadow giant scale fish and the mutant red-winged crow cubs participate in the battle. 090 Help the Bai family generate income and increase the special prescription for absorbing crystal. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Combat is an integral part of spirit beasts. If there is an experience bar for the promotion of spirit beasts, then the experience gained from combat is at least twice that of daily training. Of course, this is only a description, but it is also the conclusion drawn by many beastmasters. They all felt that the spirit beasts who often participated in battle should improve their realm a little faster. As for how fast, it depends on the situation of their respective spirit beasts. Therefore, Bai Zian came up again with the idea of bringing the spirit beasts to experience, but before that, Bai Zian still needs to do something. For example, collect enough fire nuclei. After all, once he starts to practice, there must be a period of time when he will not be able to return to Belan City. However, the absorption of fire resources by the mutant red-winged crow cubs needs to be maintained for a long time. In this way, before he leaves, he must collect a certain amount of fire resources to ensure the needs of the mutant red-winged crow cubs for a period of time. In addition, there are other trivial matters that need to be prepared. However, having said that, I have basically brought all the fire element resources at home. If you want to get more fire resources, you can only make purchases. 35. However, this is not an easy task. It will take a long time and a lot of money. Although the Bai family's wealth is rich, but it has been spending like this for a long time, and it is estimated that it is unbearable. It seems that I need to figure out a way to help my family generate income, Bai Zian murmured, thinking about this matter. To generate income, this is Bai Zian's idea. To be honest, Bai Zian has already had such an idea, and even made some actions. Just like the mutant candle flame spider spirit beast egg, he brought it back to his home. If the Bai family is cultivated, whether it is selling materials or spirit beast cubs, if it is made into an industrial chain, it should be able to bring a lot of money to the Bai family. However, the time period required to cultivate spirit beasts is also very long. In a short period of time, it is difficult to see the return of funds. Therefore, Bai Zian must think of other ways to create more capital. Income. Of course, Bai Zian, who has the Eye of Apocalypse, also has some good things in his hands. However, it is also necessary to think carefully about which things are suitable for taking out and which are not suitable for taking out. This is what Bai Zian needs to think about. After a while, Bai Zian has made up his mind. Perhaps, this thing can bring a lot of benefits to the Bai family. Bai Zian murmured, and took out the giant white shadow fish to absorb the remaining 4 crystal nuclei of the water royal white swan. Of course, what he said was not the crystal nucleus, but the liquid medicine acting on the crystal nucleus. Bai Zian configures the Eye of Apocalypse to increase the success rate of absorbing crystal core skills. This is definitely a first-class treasure for the Beastmaster. After all, if ordinary spirit beasts want to absorb skills from the crystal core, it is estimated that they need to consume many crystal cores. Sometimes, even if 20 or 30 crystal nuclei are consumed, the skills may not be successfully absorbed. As for the previous white shadow giant scale fish, without external help, it only consumes. The consumption in this is enough to make many Beastmasters go bankrupt. And Bai Zian's medicinal liquid can improve the success rate of absorbing crystal core skills. If the Beastmaster knew about it, he would definitely be shocked and yearn for it. It can be said that this is a big killer. However, this thing is too eye-catching. Before I take it out, I must find a way to reduce the success rate of absorption. Bai Zian murmured in his heart, thinking about this question. How strong is the effect of this medicinal liquid? To be honest, it is very amazing. Bai Zian has only used it twice. For the first time, helped the mutant red-winged crow cub absorb the incomplete king-level crystal core. The second time, helped the white shadow giant scale fish to absorb the crystal core of the water royal white swan. These 2 absorptions, both pet beasts were successful. In other words, the boosting effect of this medicinal liquid is at least a 90% success rate. This is a bit outrageous. For Beastmasters, this is close to a 100% success rate. Does this mean that as long as you use this liquid medicine, you can absorb 100% of the skills? This is already a god-level drug. If it appeared in the outside world, it is estimated that all Beastmasters would be crazy. What's more, maybe even the king-level powerhouse will take action to snatch it. Under such circumstances, Bai Zian naturally did not dare to release it easily. Therefore, what he needs to consider now is how to reduce the effect of the medicinal liquid, slightly improve the success rate of some absorption skills, but it will not cause too much trouble. This is what Bai Zian wanted. Thinking of this, Bai Zian began to study. In fact, this is not much trouble for Bai Zian. With the help of the Eye of Apocalypse, Bai Zian quickly completed this matter. Use low-level materials instead, use other methods to refine the medicinal liquid, and the improvement effect is about 10%. It's a bit low, but it should be fine, Bai Zian murmured. Trying this, improve the success rate of 1 layer, although it seems a little low. However, after all, there are some effects, and the problem of sales should not need to be worried. Moreover, in order to prevent it from being deciphered by others, Bai Zian also added some interfering materials to increase its confidentiality. Thinking of this, Bai Zian walked out of the room and found his grandfather Bai Jingchong directly. Grandpa, I made something that I want you to see. Bai Zian opened his mouth and explained his purpose directly. Oh, let Grandpa see. What have you made? Bai Jingchong was a little curious and wanted to know what Bai Zian had made. Bai Zian didn't say much about this, and took out a small jar for storing the medicinal liquid. This is a special liquid medicine that can help spirit beasts to absorb the success rate of crystal core skills, and the increase is about 10%. Bai Zian said slowly, telling about the medicinal liquid. Bai Jingchong listened quietly. Following Bai Zian's description, a look of shock gradually appeared on Bai Jingchong's face. In the end, Bai Jingchong couldn't restrain his expression completely, and looked at Bai Zian in shock. Shaoan, are you sure what you said is true? Where did you get this magical liquid? Bai Jingchong looked at Bai Zian in shock. From his vision, he could naturally see the importance of this medicinal liquid. If used properly, it can bring huge benefits. Grandpa, you know my talent. I often get all kinds of intuition. Before, when I was in the market, I saw a strange parchment. Intuition told me that it was a good thing, so I bought that wool roll. Later, I developed this special prescription from the parchment. Bai Zian opened his mouth and pushed this matter directly to his talent. I have to say, this is an all-purpose excuse. As long as he encounters something and pushes on his talent, there is basically no problem. In this regard, Bai Jingchong was a little speechless. For some reason, he always felt that this matter seemed a little strange. Bai Zian's super intuitive talent, can it still be used like this? However, Bai Zian's description, he couldn't find any problems, he could only choose to believe it. Wait a minute, I'll find two people here. Bai Jingchong pondered slightly and said to Bai Zian, in this regard, Bai Zian frowned slightly, because this kind of thing is not suitable for outsiders to know. Grandpa's approach, isn't it a bit inappropriate? However, Bai Zian was soon relieved, because the people Bai Jingchong found were Bai Zian's parents, Bai Qingji and LV Kaiyun. This is a nice object. Dad, you are so anxious to come to us, but what is the important thing? Xiaowen, why are you here too? Are you making trouble again? That looking at the situation in front of them, Bai Qingji and Lu Kaiyun were a little puzzled. Now there is one thing that is related to the development of our Bai family. So, I'm going to discuss it with you. 35. The thing is, Xiaowen found a strange wool roll in the market. 35. Bai Jingchong spoke slowly and told the matter. When Bai Qingji and Lu Kaiyun and his wife heard Bai Jingchong's words, they were completely shocked. Is this true? If it can be done, it will definitely bring unimaginable benefits to our Bai family. 99. Xiaowen, your super intuition talent actually has such a sky-defying effect. Bai Qingji and Lu Kaiyun both looked at Bai Zian in shock, a little speechless. They did not expect that Bai Zian's talent for fighting beasts would actually have such an amazing effect. Before, they didn't pay much attention to Bai Zian's talent. In this regard, Bai Jingchong silently gave his son a blank eye. To be honest, Bai Jingchong knows Bai Zian far better than his own son Bai Qingji. Therefore, Bai Jingchong knew very well how amazing Bai Zian's talent was. You must know that the purple thunder eagle cub with amethyst qualification he just contracted was picked out by Bai Zian using his talent. Yes, the amethyst-grade eagle spirit beast egg that Bai Zian gave to Bai Jingchong has successfully hatched, Li Hao, and that is the purple thunder eagle cub. Purple thunder eagle belongs to the spirit beasts of thunder and wind, and can use thunder and wind skills. In addition, the eagle spirit beast was originally the strongest among the bird spirit beasts. If it is cultivated well, it will definitely become Bai Jingchong's trump card. Bai Jingchong was very happy about this matter. It can be said that his amethyst-level road has been completely opened. As long as the purple thunder eagle cubs rise naturally, the amethyst rank will not be a dream. This shows how amazing Bai Zian's talent is. Even spirit beast eggs of this level can be found successfully. It is not incomprehensible to find a special prescription. After a while, Bai Qingji and Lu Kaiyun regained their calm and began to discuss this matter. This special prescription must be in the hands of the family and cannot be leaked under any circumstances. Also, it's better for the family to be in charge of the operation of this special medicinal solution, and not to use it under the guise of others. Several people kept discussing this matter. Bai Zian didn't say much about this, because, what he needs to do is to take out this prescription. Bai Zian didn't want to pay too much attention to the various things that followed, because for him, he takes out the core technology, and then he can be a hands-off shopkeeper. Soon, after some discussion, the matter finally came to a conclusion.